Once upon a time, in a small town where the sun painted the rooftops golden every morning, lived a boy named James. He was just 12 years old, but he had the heart of a warrior. James' father works in a factory as a laborer, earning just enough to put food on the table. But James had a fire inside him. He wanted to study, to learn, to build, to do something bigger in life. One day, while walking past a tea stall, he saw an old man selling newspapers. That's when an idea struck in his mind. What if I sell newspapers before school and earn money from my education? The next morning at 5 a.m., while the world was still asleep, James quietly slipped out of his house and ran to the newspaper stand. He bought a stack of newspapers with borrowed money, and then decided to sell them. He started knocking on doors. At first, people ignored him. Some shut the door in front of his face. Others laughed. A little boy selling newspapers? They mocked. But did he give up? He knocked on door after door, street after street. With every rejection, he smiled, adjusted his bag, and kept going. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Slowly, people started recognizing him, the little newspaper boy with big dreams. An old man gave him his first tip. A kind woman paid him double. A shopkeeper let him sell in front of his store. One day, a school principal saw him selling newspapers outside the school gate. He walked towards the James and asked James, "Why do you sell these newspapers? Kids of your age are studying." James replied, "I also want to study, but my father's salary isn't enough to afford my books, uniform, and my school fee expense." The principal was so kind that he put his hand on James' shoulder and offered him a scholarship. Years passed. James kept selling newspapers, kept studying, and finally, he made it to college. The boy, who once knocked on doors in the cold early mornings, grew up to become a journalist, a writer who told stories of achieving success, just like his own. James' story teaches us one thing. No dream is too big if you're willing to knock on enough doors. If you keep going, the world will eventually open one for you. Have you ever fought for something you truly wanted? How far would you go for your dreams? Let me know in the comments.